Okay, I'm going to show you how to use the new video section of Nearpod if you wanted to upload a video and then pause at certain spots and ask questions. So once you're in your Nearpod, you're going to go to the top where it says New, and you're going to click. Okay, so once you click at the top, you're going to click on Video. And this is how Edpuzzle used to work with the videos and being able to embed quizzes and questions. So they have a whole library of videos, which is under this video library, which you could search by standards. And some of them already have Nearpod lessons built in. Then you have the ability for a YouTube video where you can search here with YouTube Safe Search to actually search through YouTube. Or you could upload your own video, either something that's in your Google Drive. Maybe this is one you did by Screencastify that automatically went into your Google Drive and you want to ask some questions. Maybe this is one that you downloaded and want to upload, or one if you use Dropbox or OneDrive. Right now, I'm going to show you the example by doing a YouTube video. So we're going to search in here and we're going to search biodiversity. And so it lets you look through these. You could have looked through them already in YouTube if you wanted to. But when you search through here, it's going to use Safe Search. So we're going to go to types of biodiversity and you click on it. You can watch it, whatever. But let's just say this is the one I know I want. So I'm going to go ahead and click Save down here. And it's going to tell you to sit back and relax. Then when it comes up, you have your untitled interactive video at the top. You have the ability to play. And then down here, you have the add activity and then save. So what you're going to actually want to do is you're going to want to play this video until you get to a point where you want to ask a question.
Welcome to Math and Science. In this video, I'd like to talk about biodiversity.
All right, so I'm going to go back up and I'm going to wait for him to say
biodiversity is the variety.
Before he says all that. Okay, so I'm going to add an activity here, and I'm going to add an open-ended question, and I'm going to say, what do you think biodiversity means? You also have the ability to add different math functions down here. So I'm going to click Save. And what it's done is it's put this activity here and it lets you go back and edit it. But we're just going to keep watching for a second.
Biodiversity is the variety of life in an area, which is determined by the number of species in that area. It's the totality of genes, species, and ecosystems of a region. As biodiversity increases, so does the health of the ecosystem increase.
All right, so we're going to stop it right there. And we're going to add another open-ended question. What happens when biodiversity increases? And we're going to click Save. So it puts it down here. I can go back and hover over it and adjust my questions. So we're going to keep, I'm going to fast forward this a little bit. I'm going to go to the end. Okay, and then I'm going to add an activity. I'm going to make it a multiple choice question. And we're going to say, what factors affect biodiversity? And you're going to have too many animals, not enough food. And then you can keep adding answers as you go through here. So I'm going to click on both of these. We're just going to choose this one. And we're going to click Save. All right. So now that I'm done, I'm going to click Save. And it shows up here and it says the word video. So there are options when you're doing video. You can do a live participation, meaning the kids are watching the video on their own devices while you have it on the screen. Student pace would be like if you're giving it to them on the asynchronous time, they can actually watch the video and answer the questions. Or if you're doing it in the front of class, when you're doing it in the front of class, it allows the students to enter their answers when it comes to that part of the Nearpod. So we're going to go ahead and do student paste on this one. Okay, and it gave me my code, and I can take this, I'm going to put a link. I'm going to copy this link. So if I was giving this to students here, they could take this link and you would put it into your on-course classroom. But for right now, I'm just going to pretend like they opened this particular Nearpod, and this is where we are. So this is what it looks like on the student end when they open a video. They're going to have to type their name. And they're going to click play.
Welcome to Moo Math and Science. In this video, I'd like to talk about biodiversity.
So it stops here, it pops up at the bottom. The video's here. They can also expand this to be the whole spot or not. So I'm going to enter in my answer. This is my answer. And I'm going to click submit. And once you submit your answer, you can't change it. So they can't go back, they can't change it. So they have to submit. It will not allow them to continue the video until they've answered the questions. So continue playing. And we're going to skip up here, pretend like we watched the whole thing. Now the kids can't, if you notice, the kids can't move or adjust this in any way. So, but you can see all of their answers and click submit and then submit and continue playing. So the kids here can go backwards.
Of genes, species, and ecosystems of a region. As biodiversity increases, so does the health of the ecosystem increase.
Now, notice, even though I answered the question and went back to watch it, it will not let me answer this question again. It'll kind of show my answer kind of in the background, but we're going to continue playing. So then you're going to go through as if you watch the entire video. They can always go backwards, but they cannot change their responses.
Thanks for watching and move.
Okay, so at the end, I have a multiple choice, and I'm going to click submit and then submit. And then I am done here, and I can X out of this tab. So on the teacher side, if I wanted to go back and look and see how students were doing in the student paste, I would click on the one that I did here. Actually, it's going to be here in reports. Good. So obviously this is untitled interactive video, but here's my interactive video. It's going to say one student logged in. I click on this. And this is the video report. You're going to click the blue dots to review student answers to each question and then navigate between questions with the arrows on the top right. So I'm going to go to my blue dot, and all of my students' answers are going to be up here. Then I'm going to go to my next blue dot, and all of my students' answers are here. And then you can go back and forth between the next activity. So you can either click on the blue dots here or click on the next activity here, and it'll show all the students and how they answered the multiple choice question. And let me get out of here, collapse, and let me get out of here. And pretty much, that's not what I wanted to do. You could change the session name to be whatever it is you wanted. So that's going to allow you to do pretty much what Edpuzzle was doing for you and allowing you to formatively assess the students while a video is taking place. This works really well with your own videos if you're recording something and you can pause and ask them where you would normally be in a classroom setting and you would normally stop your lectures and ask the students for clarification. You can actually see if they're getting that clarification even from your videos. And like I said, they can go back and watch it before they answer it. It only gives them one opportunity to edit it once they submit. So I hope you guys like this new feature that Nearpod has. It's in beta right now, so we're hoping that if there's any issues that you have on here that you let us know so that we can let them know.